Welcome back to Ride with Gary. It is 8:15 on a Sunday morning, and I'm just gonna have an hour or two on my scooter and contemplate what my next bike's gonna be. If you follow my channel, then you'll already know I have a GB350S from Honda. It's a cracking bike, but it's just underpowered. I just want a bit more power, so I've decided to let it go. It should be going this week. I've already done a deal. So yeah, I'm looking for my next one. Yeah, anyway, where was I? Yeah, I'm looking for my next bike. So yeah, the GB's going this week. When was it? Thursday. I had a test ride on the Honda Hornet 750, and I actually really enjoyed riding that. It's got just a nice amount of power, and it was a nice comfortable seat on it, but the pegs were a touch on the sporty side, and I did get a bit of cramp in my thigh and my ankle. So I have booked a second test ride on it for Monday, just to see if that happens again. Because if it does happen again, then probably it's not the best bike for me. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was the day after Friday. I went to Fleetwood and I had a test ride on the Yamaha MT-07, which it had a nicer leg positioning. The pegs was further forward, so it was a very similar position to what I have on my GB. So it was better than the Hornet for that, but on literally everything else the Hornet was far better. You know, even the handlebars, I was only on it for an hour, and by the time I got back to the dealership my hands had gone numb. So I'm not sure if it's because of the lean forward or because of the amount of vibration that was coming through them. But yeah, I had numb hands by the time I got back. So, and the seat on that thing was awful. It was like sitting on a brick wall. That's by far the worst seat I've ever been on. And yeah, performance, you know, handling, power, it was just nowhere near the Hornet. The Hornet was a far better bike. So I don't think the MT will be the one I go for, if I'm quite honest. Now, if neither of those bikes are any good for me, if this Hornet bothers me thigh and my ankle again tomorrow, then obviously that's not going to be the right bike for me. So I had a test ride on the NX500 about a month ago, I think it was. I did a review video for it, if you want to check that out. And I quite enjoyed riding that. I used to have the old CV500X, it was a 70 plate, the one I had. But yeah, the new NX I tried last month, you could tell it's definitely had some nice upgrades, you know. It felt smoother to ride, pretty much the same ergonomics. I don't think anything's changed there. It's a nice upright bike. The pegs are a little bit further back than I'd like, but it's not too uncomfortable. It's comfortable enough. but you're nice and upright, you know, and you've got nice wide handlebars, so it's a really nice position, comfortable to ride on. Yeah, I mean, it's only a 500, so it doesn't have the power that the Hornet has, or the MT, and it does run out of puff a bit if you're going for it, but it's got enough power for what I do. It's got enough. And you know, I mean, I like the V-Strom, the 650, but with my arthritis in my hips and that, you know, it's probably a bit on the heavy side, where the NX is you know, it's still quite a light bike. It's under 200 kilograms, so it's manageable. A lot of people have told me if I'm going to go for the NX, before I buy that, I should have a look at the NC 750X. I know they do a DCT version as well. It's a bike I've never paid much attention to be honest, and I'm not sure why, because it is a nice looking bike. So when I go in tomorrow for my test ride on the Hornet again, I'll ask if I can book a test ride on that one and see how that feels. Try and get as many test rides in as I can before I make a decision. But my kind of dream bike is the Bonneville, the T100, but it's just a bit out of my price range. And I've just seen this morning the Street Triple, the 900. It's very similar to the T100, it's just maybe a touch more modern. It's on a 22 plate. It's got 6,000 miles on it, so it's not too bad. It has a full service history from the Triumph dealership. It's got proper Triumph panniers on it, it's got heated grips, a nice big windshield, and it's at a reasonable price. So I might see if that's available for a test ride, because that kind of bike, you know, I mean, I do like the classic bikes, that's why I've got the GB in the first place, and I've always been a Triumph fan. So the only problem I can see with it, after checking out the specs and whatnot, it has a rather low seat height. I think it's only 765 millimeters. So even though the pegs are in a nice position, with the seat height being that low, it might still cramp the legs a bit, because I'm 6'1". But I do believe that Triumph make a taller seat for it, which puts it up to about 790, I think. So if that is right, then that's not an issue. I can just buy the taller seat for it. So yeah, I've still got a few options to look at, and yeah, I'll get some test rides done, see what I like, what I don't like, and I'll keep you updated on where we're up to. But yeah, hopefully the GB should be going this week. So once I've got the money from that, I can hopefully make my mind up and get something ordered. Depending on what I order, how expensive it is will it'll bring the scooter into play, because if I don't have quite enough money, then I may have to put the scooter in as a part exchange, which you know, I'll be sad to see it go, because I do like this scooter. But baby's due in about 4 weeks, and once he's here, I'm not going to have that much time for riding anyway, so it's probably best to go back to one bike. And given the option between a bike and a scooter, I think I'm always going to take the bike. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. I'll let you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I can't think of any other bikes I want to try. I mean, I like the Z650RS that Kawasaki do, but I had a test ride on that beginning of this year before I bought my GB, and it was just vibrations, really bad, coming through seat. As soon as I hit like 50 mile an hour, the seat just started vibrating really bad, and I slowed down and sped up 2 or 3 times, and it did it every time. And yeah, it just put me right off. And I thought, you know, maybe it was just that bike, maybe there was just something wrong with it. But I've read a lot of reviews and I've been on the forums and whatnot, and you know, pretty much everybody says those bikes have problems with vibration. And I know some people don't mind that, but it bugs me. I don't want a bike that's vibrating all the time. So yeah, that kind of rules that one out. And you know, like I said, I like the V-Strom, but I just think it's going to be a touch on the heavy side with me hips, my arthritis in my hips. I mean, I know the Street Twin is probably about the same weight as the V-Strom, but you know, it's obviously not as top heavy as the V-Strom is, so a bit more manageable. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Like I say, I'll get as many test rides in as I can over the next week or 2. I'll try and film them if I can. Not every dealership likes you filming when you're test riding, so I won't be able to film all of them, but the ones that I can, I will. So yeah, thanks for watching as always. I am on Facebook now, so if you're on Facebook, I'll put the link in the description below the video so you can get page a follow if you want. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do, and give the video a like. And I'll see you on the next video. Safe ridings.